The planet was silent, or at least it seemed that way from orbit. From above, Earth looked like any other desolate rock floating through space, round continents marred by scars of destruction, oceans shimmering faintly under the dim light of its dying sun. But looks could be deceiving. To those who dared approach, Earth wasn't just another dead world. It was alive with danger, teeming with horrors that no one could have predicted when humanity first left centuries ago. Captain Elric stared out of the viewport aboard the Starlight Seeker Asterisk, his brow furrowed as he studied the swirling clouds below. He had seen countless worlds during his tenure in deep space exploration, but none quite like this. None so infamous. "Are we really going down there?" asked Cale, the ship's engineer, breaking the tense silence. His voice carried both awe and apprehension. "I mean, they don't call it the ultimate death world for nothing." Elric turned to face him, his expression unreadable. "We've got our orders," he said simply. "And besides, if the rumors are true, what we find here might just save us all." Cale swallowed hard, glancing nervously at the others gathered around the bridge. There was Mira, their biologist, whose fascination with alien ecosystems often bordered on obsession. Beside her stood Torin, the pilot, calm and collected despite the gravity of their mission. Each member of the crew knew the risks. They'd read the reports, heard the stories. But now, staring directly at the source of those legends, doubt began to creep in. The mission was clear: investigate the anomalies detected emanating from Earth's surface. Energy signatures unlike anything recorded before. If harnessed correctly, they could reverse engineer technology capable of saving their crumbling civilization back home. But getting close enough to study them, that was the challenge. The descent into Earth's atmosphere felt like stepping into a nightmare. Turbulence rocked the shuttle violently as fiery streaks of orange and red engulfed the viewport. Mira gripped her seat tightly, knuckles white, while Torin focused intently on keeping them steady. Outside, lightning flashed across the sky, illuminating jagged mountains and endless stretches of barren wasteland. "This place doesn't even look habitable anymore," muttered Cale, leaning forward to peer out the window. "How does anything survive here?" "That's the thing," Mira replied, her eyes gleaming with curiosity. "It shouldn't, and yet something does." When they finally touched down, the air outside was thick with ash and sulfur. Their suits filtered the toxic atmosphere automatically, but the oppressive weight of the environment still pressed down on them. They stepped onto the cracked soil, boots crunching against fragments of ancient concrete. The remnants of cities long since reclaimed by nature. "Stay alert," Elric ordered, scanning the horizon with his rifle raised. "We're not alone here." At first glance, the landscape appeared devoid of life, but as they ventured further, subtle signs revealed themselves. Strange tracks etched into the dirt, pools of water glowing faintly green. A distant howl echoed through the ruins, sending shivers down everyone's spines. "What was that?" whispered Cale, gripping his weapon tighter. "No idea," Elric admitted grimly, "but whatever it is, it knows we're here." Hours passed as they followed the energy readings deeper into the heart of the wasteland. Along the way, they encountered remnants of Earth's past: crumbling skyscrapers overtaken by vines, rusted vehicles buried beneath layers of sand, and skeletal remains scattered across the ground. It was a graveyard of a once great civilization reduced to dust and decay. Mira paused beside a toppled statue, brushing away moss to reveal an inscription carved into the stone. "To the pioneers of tomorrow," she read aloud, her voice tinged with sadness. "They thought they were building a better future. Instead, they created this. And now we're here to pick up the pieces," Torin added dryly. Suddenly, a low rumble shook the ground beneath their feet. Dust rained down from above as cracks spiderwebbed across the earth. The group froze, weapons at the ready. "Movement," Elric shouted, pointing toward a cluster of boulders ahead. Shadows darted between them, too fast to make out clearly. Whatever they weren't human. "Should we retreat?" Cale asked, panic rising in his voice. "No," Elric snapped. "We need those readings. Keep moving." Against his better judgment, Cale obeyed, falling into step behind the others. As they pressed onward, the creatures grew bolder, circling closer with each passing moment. Glowing eyes peered out from the darkness, watching, waiting. Finally, they reached the source of the energy signal, a massive structure buried partially underground. Its metallic surface reflected the dim sunlight, untouched by time or decay. Symbols etched into the walls pulsed faintly, humming with power. This can't be natural, Mira breathed, running her gloved hand over the smooth surface. It's advanced beyond anything I've ever seen. Careful, Elric warned. We don't know what kind of traps might be waiting inside. As if on cue, the entrance slid open with a deafening groan, revealing a dark corridor leading downward. Without hesitation, Elric led the way, his flashlight cutting through the shadows. The air inside was colder, almost unnaturally so, and the walls seemed to hum with an eerie energy. They descended deeper, navigating narrow passageways and avoiding strange mechanisms that lined the halls. At one point, Kale accidentally triggered a panel, causing spikes to erupt from the floor mere inches behind him. He yelped, stumbling backward into Torin. "Watch where you're going," Torin hissed, steadying him. "This place is trying to kill us," Kale muttered, wiping sweat from his forehead. "It's testing us," Mira corrected, her tone thoughtful. Whoever built this wanted to ensure only the worthy could reach the core. After what felt like hours, they arrived at the central chamber. At the center stood a towering machine, its design both beautiful and terrifying. Streams of golden light flowed through intricate circuits, bathing the room in warmth. "It's incredible," Mira whispered, awestruck. "This could change everything." Before anyone could react, the ground trembled violently. The creatures outside had found them. The battle that ensued was chaos. Dozens of sleek, feline-like predators swarmed into the chamber, their claws glinting in the light. The team fought valiantly, using every trick they'd learned in combat training, but the odds were against them. In the end, it was Elric who made the ultimate sacrifice. Distracting the largest predator, he lured it away from the group, giving them enough time to activate the machine. As the golden light enveloped the chamber, the creatures shrieked in agony before disintegrating into ash. When the dust settled, only 3 remained standing. Exhausted but victorious, they stared at the device now humming steadily, its power coursing through their veins. "We did it," Mira said softly, tears streaming down her face. "We actually did it." As they prepared to leave, Torin glanced back at the carnage behind them. "Let's hope no one else has to come here again," he said. "Because Earth isn't just a death world, it's the ultimate death world." And with that, they departed, leaving the horrors of Earth far behind, but carrying its secrets with them, ready to reshape the galaxy forever.